just outside Washington, D.C.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football.
And off we go in our nation's capital.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 9. They go play action. Daniels.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Now Daniels. They set up the screen for Henderson.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help us hit. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. Now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself. Herbert has it knocked free. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Henderson now on first and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action, now it's Daniels.
Opted to run for it, the decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
14 yards.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
To throw is Daniels. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Justin Jefferson.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's
goes 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Makes the score.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Turner. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Getting this into the hands of Turner. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll run it here with Wilkins. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
That's complete. Lambert Smith. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Caught on a slant.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the 1st quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Set.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Keandre Lambert Smith.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. These two teams all tied after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Washington ready to try again on offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
To the air goes Daniels.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. Herbert. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And how about the big boy, the D tackle there, feasting on the O-line, getting his squad 2 points.
The glory guys are the defensive ends and the outside linebackers. They create the pressure from the edge, but those big fellas inside that can collapse a pocket, sometimes they get rewarded too.
Extra round at the post-game buffet. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Shifts by him. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
But they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. 5-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
This is 2nd and 8.
They run again with Wilkins.
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2.
14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a gain of 35.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
That's another Washington Commanders first down.
Up the middle, it's Henderson.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Well, now they'll try the end around. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Check.
Daniels going to try to sneak. And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. Jaden Daniels with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Commanders add 6 to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes this a 9-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else. And that's
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
At their own 49-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Go!
A handoff as they run the counter play. Just a yard in the pickup there that'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Daniels looking to throw.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Tui Pelotu got in and dropped him. Now 3rd down and very long. Here's Daniels.
And that is incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
And that is no good. And that'll keep this a 9-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert now.
Open man right side. That's McConkey.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Chargers.
They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Herbert back to the air.
That one complete to McConkey.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And that'll move them back within 6 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The final shot before break. Daniels. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the sunshine. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
First down, Los Angeles.
Set.
They run with Wilkins. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Second and a couple. Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And it is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Chargers.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Quick slant, complete to Turner. That'll give him 8 that time. And that will bring up 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he shortened the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll take this one out to about the 13. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Daniels. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now it's Herbert.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one point.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
The Chargers ready to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Chargers.
Play action. It's Herbert. Well, that's going to be incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here's Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ramsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Here's Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. Up the middle they go. Ramsey down at the 35. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ramsey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's complete to Turner. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They go play action. Daniels. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Brings up second and 20 at the 19-yard line.
To throw is Daniels. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Daniels going to keep it. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now again, right side. It's Pearson. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the Chargers' 30-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
Here we go. Ready.
Play action. Now it's Daniels.
is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two. Daniel's going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
31, Chargers 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Time not on their side. They've got one timeout, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. But they need points. First and 10. This one finds McConkey. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Brings up second and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Now second and 4. Herbert throwing again. That's complete. Lambert Smith. Here's first down.
A gain of 6.
Throwing. Herbert. A hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Brings up third and
Herbert going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Dafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. They'll come up now. This is second and long. Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, but it's still week 1. Here's third down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often. A wasted down. Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's second and 10. Herbert to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They snap it to Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here.
And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
There he goes left side. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that will just about put a capper on this game. They'll go in for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Herbert. That one complete to McConkey.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Herbert.
Open man, that's Jaden Higgins.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
4 more yards. That's another Chargers 1st down.
One last throw here for Herbert. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.